Throughout the symposium, a consistent theme was the need to balance new innovations with the imperative to manage risks. Not only is this an important point for regulators, but for the competitive future of businesses themselves.
We need to work in partnership with the supervisory community to define how new technologies will fit into the existing regulatory regimes and where those frameworks will need to evolve as new solutions are implemented.
I think the Commission embraces technology and is very much trying to strike the right balance between, making sure we're protecting investors and meeting the mission of the Securities and Exchange Commission, while at the same time not stifling innovation in that process.
Still, the issue of cybersecurity drove many of the discussions around risk.
The one thing that will be completely unacceptable to everyone concerned is if through the introduction of shared, mutualized database architecture, which is what distributed ledger technology really is all about, introduces a new systemic risk or a new vulnerability to cyber attack, that would be a complete non-starter.
Symposium attendees voted overwhelmingly that innovation and fintech make cyber defense more difficult. Security experts understood the result, but did not agree.
Actually, not that surprised, but there is a part of me that's kind of disappointed to actually see words like innovation and financial technology kind of say it's going to make cyber worse. So if we're saying, innovation is going to make it worse, it's kind of like, well, I think some of that innovation should be trying to solve what is indeed the top risk.
We have to make sure that we're embedding cyber at the beginning so that it doesn't create harm and make things more complicated. But then there's a certain collection of fintech that actually is targeted at cyber, and it's new, innovative approaches to how we solve these cyber challenges. I think that's the stuff that's really going to move the needle on improving cyber activity.
Large-scale cyber attacks will also require a better coordinated response, a fact highlighted by a new DTCC and Oliver Wyman white paper.
It's difficult to detect often when you're subject to a cyber attack, especially when it's kind of low and slow, as one of my colleagues say. It can be difficult to respond, actually knowing where the point of attack is, where it's coming in across an interconnected network, and it can also be difficult to recover, especially when there's been data manipulation itself. Knowing how to restore back to good isn't an easy task at all.
These markets are very complex and very interconnected. So to say, I've got a plan, does not really address the bigger issue, which is you are part of a bigger ecosystem. And that interconnectedness actually is going to impact others who actually are also part of this process. So it has to be a collaborative effort.